Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Sikh Channel team today is at Ramgarhia Gurdwara in Coventry, and today we've got the Sikh Sports Car Club UK 19th car meet held here in Coventry at the Gurdwara to get all the Sikh community together. And later on we will come and show you some of the cars. We're just waiting for a couple of more cars to come in. You can see the pitch behind me is going to start filling up in no time. Also, we will get a chance to speak to some of the owners of these cars and also the organisers. So see you soon. So we've got this beautiful Alpina here, and honestly I am amazed on this. The paintwork on this car is absolutely amazing. It is I've got the owner here. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
So, Baji, tell me about your car. I love the fact that it's an Alpina.
Yeah, so this is a Alpina B10 E34. It was mine and my dad's project, so when we bought it, it didn't look quite like this, but we sort of restored it over a couple of years. I mean, the only thing we've really done to it is lower it. We put a fat sub in it, so just like the essentials really. But yeah, lovely runner, really smooth car. Gives it some when you put the foot down.
That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. So what would you like to say about the car meet here today?
I think it's a fantastic meet. You know, it brings the community together, and a lot of up and here have such beautiful cars, but there's nowhere to really showcase it. But something like this today, it brings everyone together. Everyone can have a nice chat, brings the community together, and brings everyone's cars together. Honestly, you can't say anything bad about this meet. It's all positive.
Is there anything your car has got that will make it stand out to other cars or other Alpinas?
The fact that it's red, there's not many in red. So, you know, not only will you not see many Alpinas at all on the road, you won't see many in red either. So, you know, I think you can.
So, original paint?
Yeah, all original.
Great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, all good. So
we've got this beautiful Ferrari here, and I absolutely love the color on this. It's in metallic blue. And Paji, come here. He's the owner of this car. It's beautiful, gorgeous, supercar. So tell us about your car, man.
Yeah, it's a Ferrari 488 Spider, and it's in TDF blue, which is Tour de France blue. Had it for about 2 years. It's been pretty good. Yeah, just good car.
What can you say? Is there anything on this car that makes you stand out from others?
Sorry, what does
it make you stand out from others?
I think it's the noise, the twitchiness. It feels alive. You know, I had a McLaren before this, and that was pretty boring compared to this. So yeah, it's it definitely keeps you awake. Yeah.
So not a comfortable drive then.
It is a comfortable drive, but if you provoke it, it'll bite back. Yeah.
Great. That's beautiful. Absolutely love. Gorgeous car. Now, we are at Ramgarhia Gurdwara in Coventry. Do you think it's? I mean, what do you think about having the meet at the Gurdwara? Is it a great idea? Or?
I think it's a fantastic idea. Look how many people have turned up. You know, we've met so much of the Sangat there. So I think it's a fantastic idea, and I'm so glad to be here. Looking forward to the next one.
The thing is, I think this is personally, I think it's a great idea because we've got loads of Sikhs here, and we can basically it's community cohesion in one sense, do you think? And you know, let's say somebody else owns one of these and you need their help or something in the future or whatever, you can make your contacts and you know, build a sort of a community like that, don't you think?
That's right, definitely. I think we do need to stick together as a community, where other communities stick together and you know, help each other. We're not always great at doing that, so I think these meets are a great opportunity for us to start building relationships with other people, and especially like-minded individuals. So yeah, that's definitely a big positive about this.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, Paji.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
What's your name?
Kambansal.
Great. So what have you brought today?
We've come on my Royal Enfield 650 Meteor.
Royal Enfield, is that supposed to be rare? Because I don't think you get a Royal Enfield in 650, do you?
Well, it's a virtually new one, so it's about 6 months old, and they've just bought 650s out.
Great. Come on. Do you mind showing us that?
Yeah, we're gonna have a look at it.
Beautiful bike. I actually love that, and the fact that this looks very new, restored.
No, it's virtually new. It's about 6 months old.
Oh yes, I forgot. I did not notice the number plate on it. That's beautiful. So tell us about it.
650 Meteor. it's built in India. So they import them back into this country. Royal Enfield was originally a UK brand.
This, of course, is a British brand.
Yeah, it was a British brand, but now it's built in India, and they import them all over the world, export them.
That's great. So what inspired you to buy that?
Well, as I'm getting older, I've sold my big bikes, 1000 cc's. They were just too heavy for me now, so I've just bought this 650cc, easy to ride, relaxed riding position. Still got enough power in it, and it's okay.
So we've got a Kami Gurdwara here, okay? And what would you like to say about that?
It's excellent. It's a very good opportunity to bring all the kids together and the adults, and it's a excellent community event as well. You've got all sorts of people here.
Do you think that this promotes Sikhi?
Yes, it's bringing everyone together. You've got all different types of people here, so it's excellent, yes.
Thank you very much, Paji. So I've got our Sadi Masi, and we mile well, not actual Masi, but Sadi Masi lagdi hai. And so off camera we're having a really fantastic conversation, and where Apani Masi here was saying that we are married in a community where all of us enjoy the luxury of owning some very great cars, and she has to take an interest in it if she intends for the men to take an interest in the ladies. So run us through that.
Yeah, first of all, yes, in Dumasi this is. I just want to say this is an amazing event that the kids have put together and the adults have put together to bring the younger community to the Gurdwara. There's definitely a disconnect as to why people are not, the younger generation are not coming to the Gurdwara. And if this is another way of bringing them, then why not? Now, look, I might not be interested in cars. However, I am married into a family who are besotted with cars, who have had businesses as cars, etc. So in order to have a good marriage and a good interest with each other, he has to take an interest in my life, I have to take an interest in his. And I think it's really, really important that just be strong, show interest, and it just happy wife and a happy life. That's what I say.
This is absolutely brilliant. It's sab to vadiya salah diti apni masi ne. But you know what? This is one thing I would like to ask here as well. I mean, do you feel that the Gurdwara are not speaking our children's language, and this is why the children may not be coming to the Gurdwaras?
Yeah, 100%. I would say that, look, I come from, my in-laws are very orthodox. They all speak Punjabi. My son speaks it. However, my youngest son doesn't speak it. So he'll come to the Gurdwara, he'll come and sit at the Gurdwara, he'll walk away from the Gurdwara not understanding half of it. And I think there is a disconnect, and when they can't speak Punjabi, they actually just put them to the side and they're not continuing to speak with them, and they should speak with them. So how are you going to engage with them? You've got to look at ways of doing this, and this is one way.
So I don't think forcing a Sikhi or Punjabi upon your children's going to quite cut it, because until you don't speak their language, this is not going to work. So I think,
this is a stepping stone. This is a stepping stone. Somebody will have some conversations. Two kids might connect, and they might start then, building a little community of their own because of a common interest. And if that's cars, then so be it.
Yes. Today happens to be cars. I've gone to football tournaments at Gurdwara and whatnot, and I think these are brilliant events. I think thank you very much for that.
Thank you. Well done.
This is a Mercedes 300 SE, and I think this is one of the very few excellent survivors that our community owns. And I've got the owner with me here, Apne Paji. So Paji, what's your name and how did you come off this car?
My name is Daljeet Bansal, and I've had the car now for a couple of years. It needed a little bit of work doing to it when I bought it, and me and my son Gurjeevan, we've finished it and done it up and made it roadworthy.
Great. So that at the back we saw was his Alpina, and yeah, great. Is that something for? Have you guys both got a knack for red cars or something of the sort?
I think what happened was we bought one red one, another red one came up. We bought that one, and I think we bought three. We got another BM that we bought is a red one as well. So I don't know what happened. I think it's just what was available, and then we thought, okay, it's a red theme.
That's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So tell us about your car. Apart from the alloys that you put on.
Okay, it's a 300 SE. It's a straight 6 3-litre, which is one of the best engines that Mercedes built. They put them in the W124s, which is a smaller, like the E-Class, and they put them in this SE class. We've done a lot. I mean, inside it's mint and it's got full leathers in it, fully loaded. We've lowered it 45mm. We've got 19-inch alloy wheels on it, put a private plate on it, and you know, passed the MOT and it's all serviced and ready to go.
Coilovers?
Yeah, it's just got it's static. It's not on air and you can't adjust them. It's just sitting, you know, where it is now.
It just stands. Yeah. That's about it. Right. So let's work with the fact that you also do a lot of seva in Kirtan, and you know, apne Bhabhi ji does the same. She does Kirtan. So what do you think of the meet being held at Gurdwara?
I think it's a very good thing. We actually know Bob quite well. We're part of the Sikh Sports Car Club and they have meets. And it's a lot of Gurdwara he did approach, and they wouldn't let him do it at Guru Car. And when we recently, our Guru Car purchased this car park for the Sangat. And Ajkal Gurdwara, there's not a lot of people that come and go. Sangat are sort of declining. And with this, we thought, how can you get youth and youngsters and families back into the Guru Car?
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਬੋਲੀ ਬੋਲਣੀ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ. I think that's it.
ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਬੋਲਣੀ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ, but the other thing is, what will interest kids? Because if you say, you know, there's majority there doing Katha or Kirtan, kids don't want to come for that. You've got to change with the times. So we had the idea with Bops and a friend of mine, Taj Mamra, who's a trustee at the Gurdwara. And basically what happened was they said, if we do a meet, we'll do charitable events. We'll take money for the Gurdwara and for charity. We'll get families in, kids in. We're going to have basics of Sikhi soon, who are going to be talking in English and in Punjabi. We're doing some Kirtan as well later on, as I said, my wife and myself. And basically just trying to get people together. There's going to be chips and beans for the children. But look, if you look at the gathering, there's actually an accident today on the motorway. So there's about 25-30 cars that haven't turned up, they're on the way. But it's quite a good gathering. And how are you going to get that much Sangat together in a Guru Car and families as well? It's not.
I think it's a communal interest in one sense, because the same way I've seen Gurdwara hold football tournaments and stuff like that.
But the thing with this is, if you think about it, cars are normally like a laddish, boyish thing, and men go to car shows. And the Sikh Sports Car Club, the ethos is, every meet they do, they try and take out money for seva, for some charity or something. Right? Also, it's about, you can bring your sons and daughters and your wives and get everybody involved. You'll see people, others, my daughter, they're selling raffle tickets, which are going to be raffled later on. And it's about getting people together, making so, you know, Gurdwara bhi fayda hobe, chalo golf da bhi fayda penda hai. But how are you going to get this many people together with a common interest? And I just think cars, it's not a boys or a girls thing. Cars, everybody likes. So if you look at some of the cars, really nice cars, yeah, women own them, not men.
Of course, I've seen a couple of women and they said, you know, my husband owns a really brilliant car, you know, I'm supporting him with that. So of course, I think that's. Thank you very, very much, Baji. ਆਪਣੇ ਵੀਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਐਂਡ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਭਾਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪਰਨਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਜੈਕਟ ਦਾ ਕੱਟਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਜਾਂ ਜੈਕਟ ਪਰਨੇ ਦੀ ਕੱਟੀ
ਉਹ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਆ different. He's got his own partner anyway. ਘਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਨਾ he didn't want to wear it today. ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਚਲੋ ਠੀਕ ਆ, ਪਰ ਆ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੀਰ ਨੇ ਨਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਅਰੇਂਜ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਦੇਖ ਕਿੰਨੇ
ਭਾਜੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾਮ ਦੱਸੋ ਆਪਦਾ
ਹਰਮੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਹੈ ਜੀ
ਕਿਵੇਂ ਲੱਗਾ ਅੱਜ
ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਦੇਖ ਹੁਣ ਮੌਸਮ ਵੀ ਸਹੀ ਆ ਦੇਖ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਵੀ ਖਲੋਤੇ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਰਗੇ ਹਨਾ ਇੰਨੇ ਰਿਸਪੈਕਟਫੁਲ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਹੈ ਪਾਵਨ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਧਰਤੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਾਰ ਪਾਰਕ ਆ and ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੇ ਕੋਈ you know nobody's revving the cars and respectful ਸਾਰੇ ਆਪਣੀ community ਆ ਮੈਂ ਚਲੋ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਆਇਆ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ and I think it's brilliant, really good.
Absolutely, thank you very, very much. Is it the first time you've attended?
Yes ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਵੀ first time ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਚਲੋ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਮੈਮਰੀ ਵੀ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ.
So how do you like the day today?
Good. What was the favorite car?
Lamborghini.
What color?
Yellow one.
Yellow one, ਦੇਖ ਲੈ.
Yellow one, this right at the back. That one, isn't it?
You enjoyed it though?
Yeah.
Hana? And I think it's brilliant. Hana? Everybody's arranged it nicely. And ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਏ ਆ.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Paji. Okay, well, have a nice rest of your day, man.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. So, my boy Tej, how are you doing, man?
Doing good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. So, I saw this Mark II Golf, I think.
Yeah, Mark II.
I saw this Mark II Golf one day driving down the road, and I thought, you know what? He's misfiring. He's having a bad day. I told him, okay, follow me. I'll get you guys sorted out. And he popped over to my house, and we got this guy sorted out.
Oh. So we stutter into a halt. We see a Singer behind us. Saves the day. Swaps out the spark plugs. Good to go.
So, I remember this car from quite a while. So what have you done to it so far?
So when we bought it, didn't run, didn't do anything. So we had to sort out the fuel pump, the timing, different camshaft in it. Now it is running nice. All that needs doing now, the paintwork.
It pulls like a train, does it?
It goes fast. It's a light car and a lot of power.
Great. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So what do you think of the meet here today at the Gurdwara?
I think it's brilliant. We've got so many cars, so many classic cars and new cars. And bringing everyone together, I think it's perfect.
Thank you very much, Tej. Have a great day today, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
Paji, this is apne Uncle Ji that owns the Golf on the other side that we've shown you. And this is the car that I was driving when I helped them out. But great, so...
It's a lovely car, Paji. I call it a Sawa Lakh. There's only one of these. I've not seen many of these.
Well, they're very few, so very rare. At the moment, this is the oldest that you can find in this lot here at the moment. You can try it out.
Yeah, let's try it. Can I rev it? Can I give it a rev?
Go for it.
Oh yeah, look at the sound on that. That's a good rally car, huh? Runs well, this. Seating's excellent in here. Brilliant.
So, I cannot believe I'm seeing this piece of kit here. Just pure dictatorship. And we've got the owner here. Paji, what's your name?
My name is Reese.
Reese, so tell us about your car, man.
Yeah, so it's a 1970 Mercedes 280 SE, the 3.5 V8, about 55 years old now. It's a really nice car, just great to use, good fun. It's got Bilstein coilovers, Apple CarPlay head unit, had a full engine rebuild, it's been fully repainted. A lot of love over the last few years, but yeah, for 50 years old, it's nice and easy to use.
Of course, I can see that you've got proper glass back on this. It's shining back.
Polished all week. That's why we've been doing polishing and waxing it all week, ready for today. So it's nice.
That's absolutely brilliant. But what inspired you to get this? This is not particularly cheap. It's not light. It's very heavy. It's very bad on fuel. So why this?
Mercedes is in the blood. So there's a picture at home of my granddad with his 1970. He had a W114 E-Class at the time. So we've had Mercedes ever since. It's always been in the family. I don't think we've ever had a time where we haven't had in my life. So I was born in 1999. We've always had at least one in the family. Lots of 190 Cosworths. My first car was a 190 AMG. I bought that when I was 15. So always been into the Mercedes, never really been into anything else. Own one BMW, which is the first one in the family ever. But otherwise it's all Mercedes, lots of 80s, 90s stuff. That tends to be what we do. This is my oldest car. I've got another 1970, a W114. But yeah, this and that, they're my oldest two in the collection.
The chrome work on this is excellent. I know this is clearly original chrome.
Yeah,
original chrome. All this is aluminium been polished out. That's all the scuttle panels. Absolutely brilliant. These look like replacements, but it's beautiful nonetheless. Absolutely beautiful. This was the epitome of any ruler or any dictator back in the day would own one of these. And
your celebrities, your actors, all of that kind of thing, singers, that's what it's all about. It's good fun, it's nice. In the day you could have bought probably 2-3 other cars for the price of this. It's one of those things where Mercedes back then weren't exactly what they were today. They're a lot more attainable today. Back in the 70s, 80s, 90s, it was a bit more of a statement to have the S-Class, the E-Class, whatever it was. It was a lot more special.
ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਦੇਖ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਾ ਗਵਾਂਡੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਮਰਸੀਡੀ ਲਈ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਫਲਾਨਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਮਰਸੀਡੀ ਲਈ. It's the epitome of buying a Rolls Royce now, isn't it?
That's it, exactly that. Yeah, you definitely look twice when someone you know bought one. It's quite common. I've got a lot of family who had them, and it's nice. A lot of people recall, buying them back in the day or being able to attain them being a really big deal. It's not the same as these days where you just go into a dealership, finance it, a few £100 a month. You've got a Merc. Back then you had to generally you have to be somebody to have something like this. So yeah, it's cool.
So right, you've got a car meet at Gurdwara. So what can you tell us about that? What do you think of the day out today?
Yeah, it's been lovely. So we come to a lot of BOPS events for SSCC. We've done a fair few over the last year or two. Big fan of the drives, but it's nice to have something here. We're Coventry based, so it's nice to have something at home. You know, we've got a few cars here. So this is here, the Jeep at the end, a couple of Beamers. We've got a fair few cars out. So it's local, can't go wrong. Got to bring out the toys.
So we talk about number plates. I'm just covering my back with this, but number plates like these, please do follow the regulations for your vehicle when you do fit number plates like that. So just trying to be cheeky at this point, right?
See that? That's it. We're off the road in a private car park, so show signs perfectly allowable.
Right, great. Thank you very much. ਆਪਣੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਅੰਕਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਚੇਤਾਵਨੀ ਜਾਂ ਉਦਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੌਖੇ ਸਵਾਲ ਪੁੱਛੋ। ਹੁਣ ਭਾਜੀ ਦੱਸੋ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਐਡਜਸਟ ਕਰੀਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ?
ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਐਡਜਸਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਫੀਲਰ ਗੇਜ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਗੈਪ ਸੈੱਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ, ਤੇ ਪਲੱਗਸ ਵੀ ਉਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਦੇ ਸੈੱਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਫੀਲਰ ਗੇਜ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ।
ਜੇ ਗੱਡੀ ਫਲੱਡ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਕੀ ਕਰੀਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ?
ਦੱਸੋ ਭਾਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ।
ਫਲੱਡ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਾਰਬੇਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰੀਬਿਊਟਰ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸੱਦੇ ਆ,
ਕਾਰਬੇਟਰ ਕਈ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ
ਕਾਰਬੋਰੇਟਰ
ਉਹਨੂੰ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਫ਼ ਸੁਥਰਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਨਾ ਫਿਰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਪਾ ਦੋ, ਫਿਰ ਗੱਡੀ ਆਪੇ ਸਾਫ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆਪੇ।
ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ, 10 ਇੰਜਣ ਬੰਦ ਆ, ਕਾਰਬੋਰੇਟਰ ਵੀ ਬੰਦ ਆ, ਸਭ ਪਤਾ। ਐਨੀਵੇ ਹੋਰ
ਬਹੁਤ ਪੁਰਾਣੀਆਂ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਪਾਸ। ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਇਦਾਂ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਛੇੜ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ, ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਗੈਰ ਚਲ ਜਾਣੀ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਅੱਗੇ ਪਹਿਲੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ
ਉਹ 10 ਦੀ ਖੜੀ ਉਹ ਪਿੱਛੇ।
ਅੱਛਾ ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਉਹ
ਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ
ਸਿੰਗਲ ਗੱਡੀ ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ 1960 ਦੀ ਆ ਉਹ,
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ।
ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ, ਤੇ ਆਪ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਲਾਈ ਉਦੋਂ ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹਾਂ ਇਸ ਤੱਕ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ। ਬਹੁਤ ਪੁਰਾਣੀ ਗੱਡੀ ਆ।
ਐਨੀਵੇ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਲੱਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਦਿਨ?
ਦਿਨ ਬਾਅਦ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਾਣੀ ਕਿ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਜਾਣੀ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਇੱਥੇ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਹੋਇਆ। ਅੱਗੇ ਮੈਂ ਬੈਡ ਉੱਥੇ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੋਅ ਲੱਗਾ ਸੀ, 2-3 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਨੂੰ। ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ
ਬੈਡਵਰਥ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੇ 10 ਵੀ ਗਿਆ, ਪਰ ਅੱਜ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰੇ ਲੱਗਾ, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਹੁੰਦਾ?
ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਲੱਗਾ ਜੀ, ਤੇ ਕਾਫੀ ਵੈਰੀ ਗੁੱਡ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ। ਵੈਰੀ ਨਾਈਸ।
ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ?
ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੈ। ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਯੰਗਸਟਰ ਗੈਟ ਟੂਗੈਦਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਅਟਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆਉਣੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ, ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਉਣ ਦੀ ਆਦਤ ਹੀ ਪੈ ਜਾਏਗੀ। ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ, ਵੈਰੀ ਨਾਈਸ।
ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ, ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਉਪਰਾਲੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਣੇ?
ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਿਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ, ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਘਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਉਣੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਣ, ਅਗਲੀ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਟੇਕ ਓਵਰ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੀ। ਇਟਸ ਵੈਰੀ ਗੁੱਡ, ਵੈਰੀ ਗੁੱਡ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਹੈ।
ਸਾਰੀ ਸ਼ੌਂਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਆ ਗੱਲ, ਸ਼ੌਂਕ ਪੁੱਗਣੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ, ਬਾਬੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਡੇਲੀ ਦੀ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ। ਸਾਰੀ ਸ਼ੌਂਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਆ ਗੱਲ, ਸ਼ੌਂਕ ਪੁੱਗਣੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ, ਬਾਬੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇ ਘਰ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਡੇਲੀ ਦੀ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ। ਉਹਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਅਡਾਉਂਦੇ ਰੋਜ਼ ਫੱਕੀਆਂ, ਉਹਦੇ ਸਿਰ ਤੇ ਅਡਾਉਂਦੇ ਰੋਜ਼ ਫੱਕੀਆਂ, ਮੂੰਹੋਂ ਥੋੜਾ ਘੱਟ ਬੋਲਦੇ। ਆਓ ਜਿੱਦੀ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ, ਆਓ ਜਿੱਦੀ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦਾ ਪੁੱਠਾ ਏ ਦਿਮਾਗ, ਵੱਧ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਖੜਾਕ ਗੱਲ ਘੱਟ ਗੌਲਦੇ।
I've got my guy here, very good friend and acquaintance from Pure Customs. Paji, what's your name?
My name's Pavitra Pachu.
Great, Pachu da Siviya.
That's it, exactly, I know that. That's why I said it.
Well, that's well, I need to digest that. That said, so these two are your cars, sports cars. This is something you've made yourself?
Yeah, this is it's a Cayman S wide body, full carbon fibre. It's an RSR kit on it with airlift suspension, but this is a demo car. These are both customers' cars, but that's more of my demo car, and this is a car I've just finished.
So Paji here is from Pure Customs, and his business mainly involves doing
we mainly do classic cars, 80s, 90s.
So mods and that's
yeah, mods. But we do, it's not just mods. We do like part restoration, you know, resto mods, that type of thing. So we try and take something and just make it better. You know.
This includes something that's already in functional order. You don't do a full from engine rebuild and whatnot.
We can do a full engine rebuild, etc. But we don't do that in house. That'll be sent out. But we'll do the full build up afterwards. But mainly it's mods, it's air suspension, car audio. We specialise in car audio, custom wheels, split rims, that type of
Suspension, all that.
suspension work, yeah, setting up cars, the way they sit, as you can tell, this is sitting absolutely bang on. So that's the type of thing that we do.
So that's my car over there, blue one, and I took it over to my car guy and ਨਵਾਂ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਸੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੇ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਡਾਂਸ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ
ਇਹ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ
so ਤੁਸੀਂ ਗੱਡੀ ਨੂੰ ਡਾਂਸ ਕਰਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ suspension.
No, I wouldn't say that. That's like hydraulic suspension. This is more air, so it's more like lift and drop. Yeah, but we don't make them bounce. No Snoop Dogg business around here. So
ठीक है. So I mean, it's improvement, anything like that. Pure Customs is the man for you here in Coventry. Just give it a shout, Google him, whatever you need to do. He's on social media, and
it's Pure Customs on social media. And just follow, give us a like and a follow, and just send me a message. It's Pav.
So we've got Bop, and Bop is the lead or the head of the SIKH Sports Car Club UK, and Paji here is the man that's in charge of this meet and who's hosted it. So over to you, what have you got to say?
Thank you. Well, first of all, I'm feel blessed, or the club's blessed, that we've had such a huge turnout today. The club's been going for 6 years, and for the past 3 years I've been trying to arrange something like this in a Gurdwara. So to actually see that take place today, and the skies are blue, considering the days we've had leading up to this, the turnout's been amazing. We've got everything that the club's about, the parents, the children and everything in between. So we've got 3 generations here today, and you can see the type of cars we've got, everything from classics, sports cars, supercars, and it just shows that, you know, we can unite when we want, when we need to, and that's what the club's about, to reconnect what I call a lost generation.
Absolutely, and ਇੱਥੇ ਗੱਲ ਭਾਜੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ for Punjabi speaking viewers is the fact that ਆਪਣੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਪੀੜ੍ਹੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਘੱਟ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ, and I think the message we are getting from Paji here is that he's using this as a platform to get a community together ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਇੱਕ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਆਉਣ ਤੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਣ। ਕਿ ਭਾਜੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਕਈ ਸਾਲਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਨੇ ਬੜੀ ਜਦੋਜਹਿਦ ਤੇ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹਾ ਇੱਕ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਉਲੀਕਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ, ਪਰ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਆਈ ਆ। So what sort of difficulties have you had in that? Be real, just be honest with it.
I don't know, I wouldn't go into that side of it, but we know you have to go through certain hoops and certain political things, whereas the meet here today was very straightforward. They gave me a date, they said we're going to look after the langar, and they've put on an amazing langar for the sangat. We've got paneer wraps, torka beans, chips for the children, and it's been so smooth, right? Time and time again, they've been saying, "What can we do? What can we do for you?" I think this I think will spread up and down the country. I've already got a couple of other Gurdwara that are now asking me, "Are you going to do something at the Gurdwara in various other locations?" And I hope this is a trend that continues, because we've got the facilities for it. We should use.
So West London Classics, if I'm not wrong, they've had or held very small events on that side which haven't had as much traction as this meet, because I've never seen such a huge turnout. Also Leeds do it, but I hope that once this the two of you is watching, hopefully ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਆ do something like this ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ, the only way to do is ਸਿਰਫ ਇੱਕੋ ਇੱਕ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਬੋਲੀ ਬੋਲਣੀ ਪੈਣੀ ਆ। ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਟੂਰਨਾਮੈਂਟ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਆ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਉੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਕ੍ਰਿਕਟ ਟੂਰਨਾਮੈਂਟ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਆ। ਇੱਥੇ ਸੇਮ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੀਰ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਮੀਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਵੇ। So of course the thing is, has it ever occurred to any of the gurdwaras organized or anything that you may have approached that maybe there may be any sort of clash with programs, or you'll take over the car park? What's the case?
Again, to secure a date, what I said is we don't need to reserve a whole day for us. I said we can do the Gurdwara program, wedding part, whatever, and we can roll in after midday, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So it opens up dates and it prevents the Gurdwara generating, losing revenue, and we don't want that. So we can accommodate times with whatever programs are going on with the Gurdwara.
That's absolutely brilliant. And Paji, आज Saturday वाला दिन ना, I suppose it's rather quiet. So of course, well, thank you very, very much. Also, one more thing before we disappear, run us through how we can get hold of you.
Okay, so we're on the social platforms. You can directly to me on Instagram as Bob_SSCCUK_founder, or the club as a whole is at SSCCUK. We're on Facebook as well. It's a closed group, and the reason I keep it closed is because we can control the group.
Spam, of course.
Yes. With Insta, it opens out and you don't know who you're going to get. So the club is family orientated, and I wish to keep it that way.
That's absolutely brilliant. And what have you brought today?
So this is my Ferrari F430. So I've only had this for 8 months now. The club started when I first bought my Porsche 6 years ago. So I sold that in the middle of last year. So this is the next thing for me.
Absolutely beautiful. Let's have a look at it then. All right. Thank you very much, Baji. All right.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Shri Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm Bob Chodder, the founder of the Sikh Sports Car Club UK. I've got some items I've written down so I don't forget my way, but I think off the script I just wanted to say a huge thank you to each and every single one of you who's turned up today and shown everybody the unity that we have within ourselves and how we can come together as a positive, to send a positive message up and down the country of all three generations coming together on a common cause. Today, yes, it's about cars, but it can be anything, and I think we need to find reasons to pay our respects to our Almighty Waheguru and thank Him for all the blessings that we receive day to day. So I'm going to go back onto script here because I don't want to make this a long speech for any of you. We've got Gurdwara who's going to talk for about 10 minutes about some of the reasons why we think, we want to share with you why you should come to the Gurdwara and what you will get from here. And we will have Dal and Jazz from Kirpa the Blessing to bless us with some Shabad Kirtan, and the Gyani, resident Gyani at the Gurdwara, who will also finish up the program. So, first of all, like I said, it's a huge welcome to all of you at SSCCUK's event number 19. It's an honour to be blessed with your presence and your attendance for the first official car meet of 2024. I can't think of a better start to this year, and it's a blessing to have so many families from all over the UK join us here today and demonstrate the clear unity. Before I start, I wanted to thank the Almighty Waheguru for the strength and compassion and direction for being the force behind the club's success in achieving and growing its vision. A vision that started nearly 6 years ago when I purchased my first Porsche and quickly realised it would be great to connect with like-minded brothers and sisters who also shared a passion in cars like me. But I didn't want it to stop there. I wanted the club to have a family vibe and attract all generations, and in return rebuild a community and show what I call our lost generation. The idea was to connect with the community on a common thread. As I mentioned, in this case it's cars, and to seek and inspire the next generation into believing in themselves to achieve their dreams through hard work, perseverance and persistence. Over the years, the club has taken us to new locations, drives, venues and a charity 007 themed dinner and dance. I've been honoured to have met some amazing people along the way who have supported SSCCUK in putting on family events, and to this date wish to remain anonymous. I wholeheartedly respect their wishes, and I pray that their loved ones are always blessed, and indeed all of you here today. I sometimes get asked if a particular car fits into SSCCUK car meet category. The answer is evident in the range of cars and bikes displayed here today. One of SIKH's key principles is equality. Nobody is bigger or smaller than anyone else, and that we are all equal. In the same ideology, the club is more about the connection with individuals. I always say cars will come and go, but the love for one another is what counts more than anything. Today, the club has over 4,500 members and continues to grow, attracting those with a positive mindset and wanting to be part of something that's giving back to the community. The club has become more bigger than just cars and bikes. It's become more about family and the respect and values that go with that. SSCCUK has generated a positive aura around and within it, with national recognition from other car institutions and recognised bodies. And I think after today, with the coverage that we've got with SIKH Channel and Punjab 2000, I think we're going to cast that net even further afield. Sikhs are a giving community, and we always strive to share and help with those less fortunate. Along the journey, members have kindly donated money, raffles and auction prizes and sponsorship of events to help raise over £11,000 for charities such as Promised Dreams, Make-A-Wish, Sikh Awareness Society, the Hero Foundation and Birmingham Children's Hospital. I would like to collectively thank each and every one that has been involved with this event and past events. You should have all received a leaflet today containing some educational references about Sikhi and its history, and I would request that we all do Mool Mantra together today to inspire the children to go through the Mool Mantra that's on those leaflets and understand Waheguru's message. Finally, let's keep in our thoughts all of those that have lost loved ones and pray that Waheguru continues to give them the strength to get through any hardship they face. There are plenty of avenues and channels for support, and should you need any assistance to put you in touch with direct resources, do reach out to me or anyone you feel comfortable with. Within the club, we have professionals, bodies that are literally, they'll help anybody that they potentially can. And like I said, if you struggle to find an avenue, please do reach out. I hope you've all had a wonderful day today, and I just wanted to add, although today the common link was the car club, but we can and should connect on any mutual common ground, and the highest common ground being Sikhi. Let's continue to think of ideas and work together to bring not only ourselves, but the younger generation to the Gurdwara. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I think before we start, as Baji just said, I want to do Mool Mantar, and we do a bit of Waheguru Simran as well, just for about 2 minutes, just so we understand what the root is, what our origin is. So Bentiya, if everybody could sit cross-legged, back straight, eyes closed, one-minded focus, and just repeat after me. Ik Oankar Sat Nam Karta Purkh Nirpaho Nirvair Akal Murat Ajuni Sabhang Gur Prasad Ik Oankar Sat Nam Karta Purkh Nirpao Nirvair Akal Murat Ajuni Sabhang Gur Prasad Ik Oankar Sat Nam Karta Purkh Nirpao Nirvair Akal Murat Ajuni Sabhang Gur Prasad Ik Oankar Sat Nam Karta Purkh Nirpao Nirvair Akal Murat Ajuni Sabhang Gur Prasad Ik Oankar ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਉਪਦੇਸ਼ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ says ਹੱਸਣਦਿਆਂ ਖੇਲਣਦਿਆਂ ਪਹਿਨਣਦਿਆਂ ਖਾਵੰਦਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚੇ ਹੋਵੇ ਮੁਕਤ। ਹੱਸਣਦਿਆਂ, laughing, everybody knows what that means. ਖੇਲਣਦਿਆਂ, playing. ਪਹਿਨਣਦਿਆਂ, through wearing. ਖਾਵੰਦਿਆਂ, through eating. Through doing all of these activities, it is within this that you receive liberation. But there's a catch. That doesn't mean you do that and it's all hunky-dory. Guru Nanak Dev Ji has explained something very important to us. They've given us a Mool Mantar. The Mool Mantar, up until Sepang, it is all virtues of Vaheguru, of God. And the recognition of Vaheguru and his virtues are only recognized through what we call Gur Prasad, which is Guru's grace. But the Guru's grace is not just for us to recognize Vaheguru's qualities, but it's actually through Guru's grace that we also attain those same qualities. Guru has given you the ability to become immortal. When we take Amrit, you become immortal, meaning that your soul will forever live in Sukh Sadivi, forever peace. When you pass on from here, you will be in peace. That is what makes you immortal. You've already accepted death as a true friend, because it is the only truth in this world. You have the ability to become nirbhau, without fear. When you follow Guru's path, when you follow Guru's word, when you live in harmony with his command of the universe, you are without fear because you know everything is happening the way it is supposed to happen. Nirvair, you have the ability to live without hate. Because once you realize the oneness within everyone and you see that light of God, Sab mein jyot jyot hai soye, seeing that light of that soul within everyone, everybody becomes your friend. Na ko bairi, no one is someone that you dislike or hate. Nahi begana, no one is a stranger to you anymore. Sagala sanga humko baniyai. You become favorable and you end up liking everybody. And these are very universal messages. They're not just applicable to Sikhi. But the biggest thing that Guru Nanak Dev Ji has given us, going back to what I was saying, Hasandiyan, Penandiyan, Khavandiyan, Penandiyan, Khavandiyan, Viche Huve Mokt. The focus of that was, at a time when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj came, the Hindus, the Siddhs, Yogis, they were known to go into the mountains, remain celibate for many years, go and do many years of what we call tapasya, which is meditating. And the problem with that is when they would come back into living into the world that we currently live in now, they couldn't control their mind. Guru Nanak Dev Ji has taught us that the essence to meet with God is to be within its creation and remember Him. And we're very, very lucky to have been given that upadesh by Guru Nanak Dev Ji. But one thing we need to remember is absolutely amazing to see so many people in our Qawm that are so successful. Even just on the basis of what we're all collated here together for the cars that everybody has, is something that we have pride in, something that we're proud that we've achieved. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji also tells us something else. The true wealth, the true profit is Gurmat, Guru's mat, Guru's teaching. Everything else in the world is what we call kacha tan. Ek kacha tan fun aave jaye. Everything in this world is going to come and go. The only thing that's not going to come and go and will remain forever with us is Guru's word, Guru's teaching. So going on the back of that, put your hands up if you've all heard of the 3 golden rules. Yeah, it's nice to see the kids are responsive. It would be nice if the adults could be responsive too. Put your hands up if you've heard of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's 3 golden rules. Kisne haath nahi khada karna. Darde sare. Now, if I was to ask all of you guys, generally the order you will hear it in is Naam Japana, Vand ke Shakana, Kirt Karni. Agreed? Have you ever thought about what if the order was in reverse? I'll elaborate on this a little bit, and then by that time my time will be up. Kirt Karni first. Why? ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਰਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, when you earn an honest living, ਦਸਾਂ ਨੌਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਤ, it makes you humble. How does it make you humble? Because you realize that everybody else is doing it as well. There's no need for you to be excessively proud about something that you've attained, because someone else is also working. And as long as they're working hard, they will achieve what they want. And it gives you the ability to provide. If you're not earning an honest living, how can you provide? How can you provide for yourself? How can you provide for your family? So Kirt Karni is first. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji led by example. Guru Nanak Dev Ji also did Kirt. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was not the Guru that we had that went and sat in the mountains. He lived by example. He provided for his family. Then, Vand ke Shakana. So now Guruji is giving you first of all a virtue. Through Kirt, he's giving you the virtue of humility. Now he's giving you the ability to actually do Pon Dan. So this is good deeds. How are you doing Pon Dan from this? Because you're doing Kirt Kamai, because you're able to provide for your family, you've now got something to share with someone else as well. If you're not doing Kirt Kamai first, how are you going to share with someone? Something to think about. Hence the reason Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj gives this upadesh that every Sikh must give daswand, 10% of their earnings. Now we come to the final stage of Naam Japana. When you've attained a virtue, which is also a very important virtue to get to the place that we want to Satakand, to Guru Sahib, humility is needed. You've attained that virtue. You've done good deeds, you've shared with others, you've made other people happy. Now your mind has already fought a very, very big battle. Now you're at a stage where if you sit down now and try and focus your mind, and now you japa naam, now you can get closer to getting that one-minded focus. Baji said before they handed over the stage that they wanted, I didn't know that was the actual premise of what they wanted me to talk about, but they said, why do we come to the Gurdwara? It's very simple. The answer is written so clearly in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Guru Dwara hoye, soji paesi. When you come to Guru's Dar, you've come here to attain knowledge. That knowledge is not just applicable spiritually, but it is applicable in your worldly stature, day to day. The purpose of coming to the Gurdwara is to come here, apni mat tak ke. Our mat, our way of thinking, should be non-existent when we come to the Gurdwara. When we do matha tek, that's basically us saying to Guruji, I'm leaving my soji here. I know nothing. I'm here to take something from you, if you will bless me with it. And Guru blesses you anyway. This is really, really important for us to take away. Everybody here, Maharaj Kirpa, it is through Maharaj Kirpa, is very successful. Everybody has got something to be proud of. And Ardas is that Maharaj forever showers their Qaum with those blessings so that we can always stand out the way that we have the ability to do so right now. But also remember this, that everything in this world is false and the only truth is Naam. The only truth is Guru. And as long as we remain intact with that truth, everything else will always come to you. Guru Nanak Dev Ji went to Sachkhand. Everybody's heard the story of Guru Nanak Dev Ji when they disappeared for 3 days. Guru Nanak Dev Ji came back with 3 things. They came with Nid, which is 9 worldly treasures. So that's all the kind of stuff that you guys probably already attain, plus virtues. Naam, which is Vaheguru Gur Mantra that we have, and Garibi, which is humility. Guru Nanak Dev Ji did not go to Sachkhand and come back with 3 golden rules. Let's just clarify that. That is something that we as a Panth have put together, that these are 3 rules. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji actually brought these 3 things back. And we're lucky to be born in the house of Guru Nanak, to have access to those 3 godly treasures that have been given to us. So I think without further ado, Jatha, the Kirpa Jatha will be doing Kirtan Seva. If I've said anything to upset anyone or offend anyone, please forgive me. Lekhan katana choti hai kin kin pullan har, bakshan har bakshla nanak par utar. Pula chokka di khema ji. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh.
Guru ki pyari saad sangat ji, gaaj gaaj ke fateh bulao ji. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh. एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरपौ निर्वैर अकाल मूरत जुनी सैभं गुर प्रसाद जप आद साच जुगाद साच है